We are in Hernando, Mississippi, inside DeSoto County, which is in the northwest corner of Mississippi. We see a good bit of crime here, especially only being 10 miles from Memphis, Tennessee. The problems we had 5 years ago was the sheer amount of paperwork each officer was responsible for. And when you add that to the physical tasks that an officer has to do throughout their day, it was, officers were having to show up early to get the paperwork started and stay late to make sure everything got finished and turned in.
We receive a notice from an attorney who was suing us on something, and we'd have to spend hours, days, weeks looking for paper and then hoping that the officer wrote it down. A lot of times the officer would forget to write something down because they're writing so much on the logs. It was just very time consuming. The officers would have to document, manually all their checks, all their transports, everybody going in and out to court, people coming in. And it was just really cumbersome and burden on the staff.
It was a lot harder for all 4 shifts to get on the same page because every shift does things differently.
You had, some officers that were just not simply pulling their weight, and other officers who were doing the majority of the work. Everyone is looking for that next payout, that next lawsuit. And with Guardian RFID, that adds in that final layer of protection that you really need. You have your video systems, you have your training for all your officers, and then now you have a system that guarantees the physical presence of officers in all areas of the jail. Guardian RFID, it is a one-stop shop for everything that an officer needs to do and keep himself safe in this jail. You need to take pictures, you log your cell checks, you do your reports, you send people out to church, you feed them, you issue the medication, everything is done with Guardian RFID. It isn't 10 different written reports now, it is literally all at the swipe of a hand.
Whenever you have supplies that need to be passed out, like hygiene, it allows you to know who has what, that someone did get something because they're signing for it. It also allows you to know if someone orders commissary that there aren't any mess ups because the person's also signing for their commissary. So you know for a fact that they did get it.
As an administrative facility, it's just, you always got something going on, right? There's always some kind of crisis going on, and having that peace of mind to know, no matter what's going on, that your guys are doing their checks. These guys are going to court. When somebody gets a razor, we know we're getting a razor back. When tools are passed out, they're picked back up. It's just having that peace of mind and that ability to do that is awesome.
There's no excuse now. You have something at your fingertips that will basically make sure that you have the right documentation, the right evidence. It's jail-wide. Everybody can check it. So there's no excuse to not scan inmates out, to not check wristbands, to not have inmates sign for commissary. It eliminates all excuses from officers and myself, importantly.
DeSoto County Adult Detention Center is safer, smarter, and more aware with Guardian RFID.